my experience is that now cultures are even large organizations are actually an amalgamation of multiple subcultures. So you would see this in small patches sometimes, and the question to be asked is, we go into, okay, they're great performing organizations, but they're, toxic. I don't think cultures are made overnight. I don't think toxicity also happens overnight. And the impact of cultures on toxicity, or the reverse, is also something that takes many, many years to kind of either show up or not show up. Toxicity for me, maybe I can only speak from experience of maybe small teams where one would have seen something like that happen. But keeping your ears to the ground in terms of picking up unrest early is the key to solving for this, right? And necessarily saying that, okay, there have been organizations that have been great but don't exist today, okay, and there the outcome of those organizations now in retrospect could have been toxic cultures, but most of them are also connected to that not listening in at the right point in time. So for me, org listening is a very big piece, Sushmita, of picking up for toxicity. I find it hard to relate, or maybe, I don't have a personal example of saying that, okay, great performing organization, but toxic culture. For me, I would look at key metrics and say, okay, if that's the case, uh, what are we rewarding? How long are people staying with us? What are they talking to their leaders about? What values are leaders rewarding? So I would think those are the places I would look for. But like I said, that has to be hypothetical from my end. Yeah.
I think, Savitha, this question comes probably because of two reasons. One, we hear a lot of successful startups,
Okay.
clear in the news.
Okay.
They made money, they've got funding, their valuation is billion, whether
Sure.
they're selling something or not. And there is culture issues, they're just selling people. So this news keeps coming up. So this
Ah,
narrative was also probably shaped this.
okay. Okay.
Second, rarely we also see some of the organizations whose DNA for success may be different. That's something I learned, that each organization consciously or unconsciously will develop a DNA for success. For an organization, it could be the relationship with the government. And if that's going to support them, they don't have to bother about culture. They know that as long as we keep that DNA closer and brighter. But if you really, like Savitha said, if you generalize and look at large number of organizations, it will be very, very harsh to say that.
Correct.
There are a lot of goodness and people's memories and the times and hopes get nurtured in that space. But the larger narrative started coming into our one with successful startups, because their DNA was, how do we scale and get money and get customers, not how do we build a great product. Or in the other retail sector, there could be few. But otherwise, in my work also, when I always walked into an organization, I could sense or notice what is good there, which was more than what is bad.